The Eternal Cipher, Episode 4, Bloodlines and Hybrids. Beneath the myths and monuments lies another record, written not in stone or scripture, but in flesh. Every cell, every strand of DNA is a library of memory, the oldest text we actually carry. Its language is molecular, its script self-replicating, its paragraphs encoded in double spirals. And like history itself, it has been edited. Ancient tablets and epics whisper that humanity was crafted, not born. The Sumerians wrote of the Anuna, beings who shaped clay with divine essence, sculpting the first people as vessels of labor and knowledge. Their accounts align with later tales of angels descending to take mortal wives, producing children of great renown. Across continents, the same narrative repeats under new names: sky beings, serpent gods, luminous teachers, and forbidden unions between earth and heaven. The result was a hybrid, part terrestrial, part something else. Science traces between 7 and 12 early hominin species. Some traditions claim 16. The numbers align again, like a cosmic watermark repeating across myth and genome alike. Perhaps each lineage did not vanish through extinction, but merged through assimilation, folded into the blueprint we now call human. What if the stories of watchers, jinn, Nephilim, and demigods are fractured recollections of these crossings? The ancients called them radiant, monstrous, or divine, but those words may have simply marked the limits of perception, a language struggling to describe difference. Symbols mirror this biological mystery. The serpent winds through medicine and mythology alike, a timeless emblem of healing and transformation. Its coiled form mirrors the shape of DNA itself, two intertwined serpents before science gave the helix a name. The handbag, seen in Sumerian, Olmec, and Anatolian reliefs, may not hold grain or gold, but the seed, the genetic code of creation passed between gods and kings. Even the pinecone, long associated with enlightenment, reflects the pineal gland at the center of the human brain, a receptor of light attuned to rhythm and frequency. Perhaps it is the bridge between material form and divine memory within the human frame. The hooked X and the fleur de lis conceal the same geometry of convergence, intersecting lines that merge heaven and earth, spirit and matter, masculine and feminine. Medieval seals, Templar insignia, and royal crests preserve these forms not as decoration but as genealogy. Those who bore them claimed descent not through conquest but through connection, an inheritance of wisdom from the semi-divine teachers who predated civilization. Across millennia, these lineages resurfaced under new names: the priest-kings of Sumer, the pharaohs of Egypt, the Essenes of Judea, the Merovingians of Europe. Each guarded fragments of the same secret, that humanity's story is not random evolution but deliberate iteration, a design refined over ages, evolving not just biologically but consciously. Timothy Hogan's writings on alchemy interpret this transformation as both physical and spiritual. The transmutation of base metal to gold was never about wealth. It mirrored the refinement of the human vessel, the purification of blood and soul until matter remembered its divine origin. The alchemist's laboratory was a temple of self-transmutation, hybridization, then becomes the outward symbol of an inward process. Spirit learning to inhabit form without losing itself. The jinn in this light represent consciousness without body, energies seeking form, sometimes benevolent, sometimes chaotic. Their stories warn that merging realms is perilous, yet necessary for evolution. Through these unions, humanity inherited imagination, fire, and will, the qualities that make creation aware of itself. The reoccurring numbers 3, 7, 12, 16 trace the pattern of this experiment. 3 for creation, 7 for transformation, 12 for lineage, 16 for completion, the sum of convergence. Whether myth, mathematics, or metaphor, the symmetry remains deliberate. It is the signature of design. When the timelines were rewritten and the symbols buried, the truth did not vanish. It migrated into the blood. Every heartbeat repeats the rhythm of the first architects. Every breath hums with ancient instruction. Our myths of gods, demons, and saviors may be genetic memories surfacing through art, faith, and dream, fragments of the great experiment reminding us that we are not merely born of earth, but of the stars themselves. We are the convergence, the living cipher between matter and spirit, memory and evolution, the last verse of a story written in light, carried forward in blood.